In the competitive worlds of sport, combat, and to some degree business, we often hear the word mental rehearsal or creative visualization. And essentially, if you don't know what mental rehearsal is, what it is that we mentally rehearse something in the future that we have anxiety about actually going well. Now the theory is if we do that enough times, then our brain won't be anxious about that thing in the future, and in the moment as we move towards it, we will be progressing with a much more optimistic and robust mindset. Now the problem with this is that it doesn't actually work like that, and your brain doesn't work like that. You can't fool your brain like that. You see, people say that creative visualization and mental rehearsal works because your unconscious mind can't tell the difference between something that happened in reality and something that happened vividly in your imagination. So they say, obviously, makes sense really, well, if you just keep practicing in your imagination something going brilliantly well, your brain won't know the difference, and you'll build the confidence up that in the real world, when you get to that point, you'll be performing really well. You won't have the anxiety. Problem is, your brain's a lot smarter than that. It's not that stupid. Your brain knows that life isn't that simple. Your brain knows that on the path to the kingdom, you're going to have to slay a lot of dragons. It's not silly. It knows that you will be throwing curveballs. It knows that things that will go wrong. It knows you will be knocked off course. It knows these things for a fact. So if you try and con it, you try and fool it by pretending with naive optimism that you're going to make it and there's going to be nothing going wrong, you might as well not bother doing creative visualization and mental rehearsal. But here's how you make it work. What you want to do is, yes, you want to be rehearsing things going well. Do that, rehearse the end point and it's gone really well and things are going brilliantly. But also, when you're doing the mental rehearsal, put in a few fuck-ups. Put in a few moments towards that goal where things don't go well, because you also need to rehearse how you're going to react when something goes off course, when you go off course. Your brain needs to know that you're fully prepared for all eventuality, not just things being perfect. So there you go. Your brain does not know the difference between something that happened in reality and something that happens vividly in your imagination, but it's not stupid. Don't try and fool it. When you're sitting down and you're imagining your future and things going well, add in some fuck-ups. Add in some times when you're going to have to do a big turnaround to get past that obstacle, to surmount that obstacle. Don't let the obstacles not be in your visualizations. They have to be. Life is not as simple as A to B on a straight line. It's very wobbly and there's going to be a lot of obstacles. Practice for the obstacles, not just the outcome.